Hello again. So one of the first techniques that we learn to use in EFT is the restricted breathing technique. As I've explained on the course, we often hold anxiety and stress in our breath. When we're in a stressful situation, when we're under pressure, we don't breathe properly. We don't take air into our lungs fully, and our breathing becomes restricted. So the restricted breathing technique can be used with anybody just to help to de-stress them. It can be used with somebody in panic attack mode, when you want to calm them down but you don't want to go into the problem because that could exacerbate the situation more. It can be used in a group situation where you don't know every person in that group, but you want to take a layer of anxiety off that group and you would like the group to relax and feel a bit more at ease. Okay, so I'm going to show you the constricted or restricted, depending what word you want to use, breathing technique. So you take a breath. Just notice if there is any blockage in you taking in the full amount of air that your lungs can hold. Is there any restriction in your breathing? Does it feel like the air stops at a certain point and you can't breathe in anymore? Does it feel like it's an effort? And if it does, we're going to rate that on a scale of 1 to 10. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is the worst, 1 is the least. Where would you rate that restriction in your breathing? My voice went a little bit then. Where would you rate that restriction in your breathing? Okay, so whatever that is, we'll just tap from there. So even though I have this restriction in my breathing, I accept it's there. I accept I feel this, and I accept me. So even though I have this restriction in my breathing, I accept that I feel this, and I accept me. So even though there is a restriction in my breathing, I accept that it's there, and I accept me. Moving on to the individual points, we'll give a reminder phrase. This restriction in my breathing. 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 Take a breath, breathe in, breathe out, and just notice whether there has been any change in that restriction. Hopefully, there should be an improvement in that breathing. If you need to, you can do another round. You don't need to do the setup phrase again here because we've already done it once and we've tuned our subconscious mind into what we're working on. So we'll just do another point on our eyebrow, another round of our points on our face. We'll start with the points on our eyebrow. This restriction in my breathing. This restriction in my breathing. This remaining restriction in my breathing. This remaining restriction in my breathing. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and hopefully your breathing should feel more relaxed, more at ease, and it will have cleared an unconscious level of whatever you were holding on to. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.